flow, and with slowing the breath as we do some flow, we can build our resilience to that increased CO2, which shows how we are better able to control our breath, better able to manage our breath. So that's the plan for today. So if you're just jumping in there on Facebook and YouTube, you might have just missed the beginning a little bit there of what I said. We are going to do what we did on our Unlock the Power of Breath workshop at the weekend, where we did a little bit of control of the breath in a seated position. And we're just going to do what we call a comfortable pause, or in Oxygen Advantage is the BOLT score. And basically what we're doing is measuring how long it takes for CO2 to build up within our blood to trigger that first distinct desire to take a next breath. It's quite a subjective measure. It's not like when you get up in the morning and you weigh yourself and you go, I weigh 73 kilograms. That's a very objective measure. This is quite subjective because we're really going to that body sensing of how you feel when you want to take a next breath. But it's a nice little assessment, if you like. So we'll do that now at the beginning. We'll then do some Qigong flow, which is very much going to slow the breath down, and then see how that comfortable pause feels at the end of the session as well. So let's get ourselves into a nice stable seated position. And all we do when we do the comfortable pause, you can measure it if you want to measure it. You can use a timer, a clock, count in your head to measure it. If not, you just go for that feeling. Basically, it's not a breath hold. We're not trying to hold our breath at all. We're just going for that first distinct desire to take a breath. And it's after a normal exhale. So I'll just guide you through it. Nice and stable on the surface that you're sitting. Tall through the spine. And then we're just relaxing the face, relaxing into the eye sockets. Just tuning into the breath in and out through the nose. So just noticing the breath first. We're not changing anything here. We're not pausing yet. Just take your moment to notice the breath. And then just in your own time, after any normal exhale, we're just going to do one pause. So you get to the bottom of the exhale, pause the breath until you feel that first distinct desire to breathe, then take a next breath. Now I'm watching people on Zoom, which is good, so you can raise your hand to let me know you've done that on Zoom. When you've done that, you're just breathing easy. Good. And then just letting the breath settle if you've done that. And then we'll come up to our standing position. Now if you time that, just remember the time on that. And we'll just do some simple Qigong flow movements after we've done our mobilization and a little bit stretching. And then at the end of the session, we'll come back and see how maybe that comfortable pause has changed a little bit. Maybe you can go a little bit longer with that. So let's start off with knocking. Lengthening through the spine. Just breathing easy in and out through your nose. And then bringing the arm that swings across the front of the body into a light fist, and then just tapping on that long point, which is just on that sort of like that pec muscle, just near the collarbone. Great for lymphatic drainage. And also you might feel as if you want to take that slightly fuller breath through the nose and cleanse and clear, let go. Maybe you want to hum out. Or maybe you just want to keep breathing easy. Whatever feels right. It may feel different every time you do this. It's all about tuning in and listening to your body. Doing what feels good. We can then bring that arm that swings across the front onto the shoulder. So you just cup the palm and then we can come right into these big shoulder muscles. Remember, you're driving from the center. Back to long point, back to chest. And then back to back and belly. Slowing it down into water waves. Soften the elbows here, soften the fingers. Really work on that spiral as well with this. So spiraling. And slowing it down. One palm facing up, and then we bring the other palm down the center line. And then we swap, so we're breathing in, and we're breathing out. And I want to really focus on slowing the breath as much as possible without it becoming a challenge to you. So I don't want you to start feeling as you're getting breathless or light air hunger. I want you to feel very calm and relaxed, but see how slow and light you can make that breath. So quiet breath, soft breath. How slowly can you breathe in? How slowly can you breathe out? And it's a constant movement. Really focus on the slowness and the smoothness too of the breath. The smoother the breath, the smoother the movement, and vice versa. The smoother the movement, the smoother the breath. on the next exhale, you're then bringing that hand to meet, and we start to do a windmill. So then you breathe in and you breathe out. In once you've got used to that movement, again, really focus on the slowness and lightness of the breath. Smoothness as the breath. And then let's change direction. So breathing out down the center, breathing in as you expand. Let's do a couple more. And then just taking a rest. Let's do now spinal cord breathing. So breathing in and then tucking the pelvis, breathing out. And again, really focus on a light, soft breathing, slow, smooth. Quiet breathing. Do 2 more. And then take a rest. And give yourself a little bit of a shake, just a gentle shake out. Don't need to do a vigorous shake, a little bit of a shake. And then come and take a seat. I'll pop back onto the other camera. And we will do now just a little bit of cadence breathing, rhythmical breathing. And I'm going to give you the rhythm of 4 seconds in and 6 seconds out. So if you think about it, it's pretty close to what we've been doing with the flows. We tend to settle into that type of count. I'm not saying that's the exact count we should be doing when we're doing a flow, but it really is slowing the breath down. And again, I want you to focus on that softness of the breath, the lightness of the breath. How little air do you actually need to breathe? How can you keep it smooth as well? Always a good thing to do to start is to get yourself into a nice, stable, supported position. So you could be sitting on the floor, sitting on a chair. You can do this lying down if you want to do it lying down. You can do it standing up, but I would suggest doing it in a seated, resting posture is always a good place to do it. Tall through the spine, so nice long spine without being rigid. And then just relaxing into the brow, the eyebrows, the eye sockets, softening and relaxing the face muscles. We can hold a lot of tension in our face, in our eyes, particularly if we're on screens all day long on our phones a lot of the time. So you can close your eyes, open your eyes, have your eyes open, whatever feels comfortable for you. Really relaxing, softening into the jaw, relaxing the jaw as well. The lips are just lightly together. And I'd like you just to take a couple of full breaths in with a pause at the top of the breath. So let's take a nice full breath in. Pause for a few seconds at the top and then just let that breath go. That can be out through the nose or out through the mouth, but just completely let go. Then you'll let your breath settle naturally. And we'll do that one more time. We'll take a nice full calm breath in. Expand the chest. Pause for a few seconds at the top and then just let go. It's almost like a very gentle cleansing and clearing breath. And I'm going to give you a visual you can follow if you're watching, or you can listen to me guiding vocally. We'll count 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. So just breathing out. Maureen's dog's jumping in there on Zoom. Animals always join in with this. They feel the energy. So just taking a breath out and then breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breath in, 2, 3, 4. Breath out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out. Soft, light, easy breathing in and out. Breath in, breath 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 out. And then just letting your breath settle. Settling into natural rhythm. That rhythm may stay very similar to the rhythm you've just been following there. And then when you're ready, taking maybe again a nice calm, fuller breath. You might like to add a little stretch to that full breath if you've got your eyes closed, opening your eyes. Good. And then we'll just do that little assessment again as we did at the beginning. So we're just looking for that comfortable pause after a normal exhale and just see if it feels any different, or if you're timing it, if it's any longer, or indeed if it's any shorter. Just see if there's any difference in that comfortable pause. So just again, get yourself into that nice strong position, lengthening through the spine. I always like to think of a strong spine and a soft front of the body, so a relaxed face, a relaxed soft chest, soft belly. And then when you're ready, just after your normal breath out, when you find that pause, pause the breath, enjoy the pause, enjoy the stillness at the bottom of the breath. Just do that in your own time. If you're on the Zoom, you can raise your hand so I can see who's finished when we're all finished on that one. And then when you're finished, you're just breathing easy, letting the breath settle, letting the breath return to normal. Good, excellent. And I see again some of you on Zoom were just gently pinching your nose. That's fine. You can pinch your nose if you want to pinch the nose to pause the breath. Sometimes that puts people off. It makes people feel a little bit more stressed. And the thing is, we don't want to create stress with this pause. There's plenty of other breathing exercises we can do where we want to deliberately stress the system. This pause should be very calming. It should actually be quite relaxing. So it's a nice little test there, or an assessment, if you like, just to see if there is any difference after we've done a little bit of movement, a little bit of really slowing the breath with the Qigong stretches and that little bit of Qigong flow. Brilliant. If you are on Zoom and you have any comments to make about that, bring them to the session on Wednesday at 7:45 when we have our catch-up discussion. And of course, if there's anything else you want to chat about then, or any other questions you've got, bring them to the session, or just fire some questions off prior before we do the session. Thank you for your time, your attention. Great start to the week. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.